Hi all, how's it going? Another hot one, baking hot. It's been like this for a couple of weeks now. Got a little request, if you don't mind. If you're enjoying our videos, it would be really appreciated if you can like, share, tell people about it, get people to join in, comment, get involved. That'd be great. Cheers. It's going to be about 32 degrees today, so it's been late 20s, early 30s for about a week now. I'm not sure if you can pick up on these masses and masses of little flies that are just coming out of the lawn. I mean, literally, you have to check yourself breathing because they're just in your nose and your eyes and your mouth. I'm covered. I'm trying to paint this box and I'm finding it really difficult. I'm covered. Head, arms, back, legs. These little white flies. Don't know what they are. So I've got my beans here, but I've got my squash along this back face of the raised bed. So what I'm going to have to do, I think, is to build a frame along here going up where the squash can climb. So as you can see, they're sort of starting to hang over. I don't want them going that way into the other vegetables. So I either have them trailing over the floor here, but they could get tangled up in a lot of the crap around here. So what I'm going to try and do is build a frame coming up here, along here going up, where they can crawl up. I've got some old aluminium angles that have been sitting in my shed for years. Now they're not going to be aesthetically pleasing maybe, but I think they might do the job. So I'll have a look at those and see if I can fix them to the sides here, have them going up, and maybe then put a slight bend over the top, a slight arch coming over without a full arch. So these are the two angles. As I say, I had them for a job 5, maybe 8 years ago. Haven't used them yet. I knew they'd come in handy somewhere. So what I'm going to try and do is possibly fix them here. Now I was going to suggest bending them over this way slightly, but I don't know if they're actually long enough for that. Maybe we'll just stick them as they are and hope for the best. And sod's law, as usual, when you're doing gardening, engineering, DIY, anything, you just don't have... I've marked here where I've got to drill, but obviously my vise hasn't got an inlet behind this side of the clamp to hold it. It would just turn it because of the angle. So what I've got to do is mirror that on the other side of there, turn it round. Is that right? Turn it round, and then I can machine through that way, yeah. Because then I can hold it in the vise at a right angle on top of the lip. So, convert that round. There's my end marker. My hole marker is roughly there and there. So now I can fix with my ancient antique vise, and I've got my markers to drill. marked 2 holes on, but will I do 3? No, 2. It's not going to hold any weight, so where I do need a lot of holes is along here, so I can put wire through. But having just said that, they've got to join up level-wise with the other angle. So I think I might drill the other anchor holes on the other angle first, fix them on, then I can get the levels across. But then I'm gonna have to drill when it's fixed. Now I can mark levels across when it's fixed, take them down again, then drill all the holes. So I've marked off the other holes to go all the way up on both, and I've just got to drill them all out. I've done a couple, I'll solder on through. Good thing about aluminium is it's relatively soft. Done. The dilemma of DIY and gardening. Bloody battery chargers. I'm sticking with Ryobi now, I think, but always have these as backup for some of the old tools I've got. That's another one. Please give us a like, share, thumbs up, be appreciated. It's been a hot few weeks, it's going to carry on. Keep your gardens watered if you can. Get those water butts if you haven't already. Remember, do what makes you happy. Live life. Catch you next time.